2022 pendulum theory. Right. Pendulum, everybody knows it. The reason it swings fairly effortlessly is because it's held from the center, right? So woof, 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 all happens without much fuss. So that's what I want my turns to be. So drawn out some turns here. Toe turn, heel turn, toe turn, heel turn, with the transitions. Now, if that's going to happen like that, I need to be here. My mass needs to be here. Not just my head, but chest and hips. So, if we're going to pendulum our turns, seems pretty easy. You get in the middle, woof, the board goes around you. Only problem is, when the next turn starts, you've got to be here all of a sudden. From the middle of that, woof, jump into the next turn, but you can't be here. You've got to be here. So, got to jump forward on the board at the end of your turns to get to this position so that the next turn can just pendulum itself around you again for another effortless turn. And if you jump from here to here, woof, woof. That's the theory. So, jumping from here to here is not as easy as it seems. You actually need to have correct shoulder rotation at the right time to get your hips to do the right thing. So at this point here, transition from heel into toe, you need your front shoulder pulled back. So pull front shoulder as if you've been punched in the front shoulder or jousted by a jousting stick. So you're riding along, get to here, boom, you've just been punched in the front shoulder. So you do this great big rotation away from where you normally would do it. The reason for this is because when your shoulders are rotated there, your hips, when you push them forward, are going to go to the front of the board. If you don't get your shoulders right, your hips will go sideways towards your edge, but you want them to go to the front of the board. So pull the front shoulder there. We're going to hold that all the way around to the end of the toe turn and then close the turn out there by doing like a, I don't know, it's almost like a tennis shot. So just a big backhand, boof, or forehand actually. Close it, which sets you up for the second shoulder position. So it's into heel. So this time you're going to pull your back shoulder as if you've just been punched in the back shoulder. So that's going to pull you back. And then you hold that position for the whole way around to here and then close your heel turn out with the next move. So swing the camera around and I'll demonstrate some of these moves. So the main reason for the shoulder rotation has to be perfect is because what it does to your hips. Now we're going to be making arches and squat movements, and you can see if the shoulders are here, an arch goes that way to the edge of the board, and the squat goes that way to the other edge of the board. But what we need to do is to make an arch go to the forward, the front of the board, and squat go to the front of the board. So this is how shoulder rotation becomes the key to getting your weight to the front for the next turn. So start a heel turn, like I said, you've just been punched in the front shoulder. So it does that to you, riding along, boom. At this point, throw the hips forward and drop like this. So riding along, boof, boom. From that point there, you've got yourself to that center point of the pendulum and the board just goes woof around you like that. Hold that all through the turn, because the board's going to do it for you. When you get to the end, this is your tennis forehand with your left hand. Boof, to close the turn. That move sets you up for the heel turn shoulder position. So heel turn, start, the back shoulder, if you imagine you've just been punched in that shoulder. So that really squares you up, like even beyond square. Now, in this rotated position, when you lunge forward, you can get your back side, so all this weight out in front of the board. Get you to the center of the pendulum. So if you've achieved that, you're now in a position to let that thing come around you like that and do the whole turn automatic. Hold that shoulder all the way around. When you get to the end, close it out with your tennis shot.